you before, Kim, because she's going to take all the big Santas. Can you put a sold sign on these?
Absolutely.
And then this is what Kim can have.
Okay, so when you think Kardashian, a million things probably pop into your head, right? But for over 40 years, there's been one event that's kind of the glue to it all, their annual Christmas Eve party. And trust me, this is not your average holiday get-together. It's way more. It's part Hollywood legend, part family drama, and honestly, a total masterclass in branding. So the big question is, how on earth did a private family party blow up into this million-dollar phenomenon that, the whole world watches every single year? Let's get into it. When you really boil it down, this whole thing is a story about three things: legacy, insane luxury, and a really public, super emotional passing of the torch. All right, so to really get what this party is all about now, we've got to rewind, like way back to the very beginning with the matriarch who kicked the whole thing off. The history here is just wild when you think about it. Kris Jenner hosted the very first one all the way back in 1978. Can you believe that? For more than 4 decades, this was her thing. It was this super important family tradition that over time just morphed into one of the most legendary parties in Hollywood, period. But, after 40 years, things were bound to change. And that brings us to this really huge moment in the party's story. The emotional handover from mom to the daughters. And you can literally feel how heavy this tradition was from Kris's own words. She said, "I'm getting emotional. It's the burden of the party." That one word, burden, wow. It says so much, right? It tells you this was never just about throwing a party. It was about shouldering a 40-year legacy. So this handover really splits the party's history into 2 totally different eras. You've got Kris's era, right? The matriarch, the family pillar. And then you've got the new era. The daughters take over, and suddenly the game is all about creating a spectacle that's bigger and better than the year before. And yeah, that pressure to one-up themselves every single time, that's what led us to where we are now. This absolutely jaw-dropping million-dollar winter wonderland. Just look at that number for a second. Over $1 million. I mean, that's the reported price tag for some of the recent parties. We are so far past a simple family get-together at this point. This is a full-on Hollywood-level production. So what does $1 million even buy you? Well, let's take Kim's Winter Wonderland party as an example. The theme was this insane all-white landscape. They literally trucked in fake snow and built actual igloos inside her house in California. And for entertainment? Oh, no big deal, just a private concert from John Legend. And as if that wasn't enough, a surprise performance by Sia. But look, this whole evolution isn't just about the money. It's gotten way deeper than that. The party's become this carefully crafted portrait of a modern family, where who shows up is just as strategic as the decorations. Yeah, it really works as this picture of the modern family. It's like their annual public State of the Union, showing off all their complicated, blended, and constantly changing relationships for the world to see. And this is where it gets super strategic. The guest list is so intentional. You'll see Kourtney's ex, Scott Disick, right there alongside her husband, Travis Barker. It's a really public, really visible way of saying, hey world, look at us, we can handle our messy past and still be a unified family, even if it's, complicated. This all plays into their genius branding, which somebody perfectly called the movie trailer strategy. Think about it. On TV, we get all the messy, glitchy, behind-the-scenes stuff that makes them feel kind of relatable. But the Christmas party? Nah. That's the final cut. That's the glossy, perfect, luxurious trailer that reminds everyone they're on a whole other level. So here's the key takeaway, the most important part. The party is the perfect symbol of their entire brand. It somehow manages to walk this incredible tightrope between intimate, they're just like us family moments and totally untouchable dream life luxury. It pulls you in, makes you feel like you're part of it, and then bam, it reminds you that they are absolutely not living in the same world as the rest of us. And that really brings us to the final big question here. As this tradition gets passed down to the next generation and just keeps getting bigger and crazier, is this party still a cherished family legacy, or has it completely transformed into something else? A global brand's most powerful, most valuable marketing tool?